All right, guys, these are your channeled messages for February 24th through March 3rd, 2025. The messages are timeless. Whenever you find them, you meant to find them. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's get it. Okay, then. So the first card out is It's a Vibe. You just know and feel something. Good or bad, vibes give insight to the things that we can't physically see. Anything that moves your soul is a vibe. Trust the vibes. Second card out is Forgive yourself and others. Forgiveness is freeing. You for letting yourself down, others for what they've done to you. When we forgive, we can begin to heal. And the last card that's out is Clear, clear your mind cache, mindset releasing and reprogramming, unlearning. Very quickly, it felt to me like there's a person that you have a really, really strong connection with. And you've always had this very strong, magnetic, unexplainable connection with this person. But it just feels like things have been not great between you guys for whatever. It it feels like there were a lot of things left unsaid, which also added another layer of complexity to the already kind of not great uh, connection that was going on. It's not even that the connection wasn't great, right? Like, ugh. It feels like the immediate the listen, I'm gonna just keep it a buck hundred here. The physical that 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 sexual connection was like on site. Like y'all saw each other and you were like, you you get like, but it doesn't feel like you guys have done the do. I'm just trying to like to give context here. It doesn't feel like that ever happened. It feels like essentially nothing physical ever happened between you guys, and it was just like a wall of it was like an invisible wall between you guys, and you guys were only together for a short period of time. This is just what it feels like. It just feels like going back to my original statement before we went down the rabbit hole about the sexual connection, not even the physical, the physical attraction connection was immediate, but beyond that, there was an unexplainable magnetism between you two, and it's like nobody ever talked about it though, and that's what I mean. The complexity. It feels like you both were. It's like one was more open to being like emotionally vulnerable and talking about the feelings, but the other was not. And so, whoever was emotionally open and vulnerable, cognizant to the vocal about the feelings that they were experiencing, even though it it's like y'all didn't explore it much. You didn't communicate it. Whoever this one is, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to explain this. It's this shit's confusing for me. So like I can see how this has come to whatever it ended as, with some negative type feelings, because it just feels like there was a lot that was unsaid, and there was one person involved in this that tried to communicate their feelings, but the other person was like, nah. It feels like the other person was emotionally resistant and didn't want to be vulnerable and open. And it kind of feels like the one that was, oh, I see. It's like the one that was not openly verbal about their how they were feeling towards you. It's like they were trying to express it in like the I'm not going to give this person a pass, because we all come here, and you can't tiptoe around being vulnerable all the time. It's scary. Being vulnerable and putting yourself out there and on the chopping block for potential rejection is scary for anybody. It doesn't matter if it's a job, if it's for a house, if it's for a loan, if it's for a person, whatever the case may be. Like, nobody wants to get rejected. Like, that's a normal thing. Shit, like, it's something that I don't like. Having a fear of judgment, or I'm just saying this is something that everybody experiences, but like we have to. It feels like the one. Listen, and I'm not. It'd be a lot easier if I simplified this by using energies. It feels like the masculine in this connection did not want, like, kept people at an arm's length, but also equally had these intense emotions and feelings for the feminine. The feminine was like, hey, I sense that there's some that you may also be having these feelings, and like it feels like the feminine tried to put herself out there. It like tried to be like, I like you. Hey, I like you. I like I not like I like you. No, like I got feelings for you. And it feels like the masculine was having none of it, because of this fear of people getting too close, fear of being hurt. And let me can I just want to I want to be able to effectively diagnose this energy. Can I tap in further or no? Will you let me? It's like even now they're hesitant. Huh, hesitant, but got a little. It's this feeling of they had not felt such strong emotions before. And you had the capability of really, really hurting them and distracting them. Oh, the distraction. Oh. So you both have a lot that you're working on right now, building. and and the masculine, it's not even just the masculine here, it's like the feminine's masculine is also the same. The inner feminine's masculine side is also this as well, where they don't want to be knocked off of their path, or like um, chained down, tied down. But you were a distraction for them, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Like you consumed a lot of their mental capacity. And this is where I'm saying that like the complexity of this connection is like insane, because it feels like he's not giving me much leeway. Like he's letting me in a little bit for me to try to explain, trying to go to bat for him here. But again, it's that I feel it. It's like this resistance of like, what are you doing? Why are you, and it, and hmm. he the masculine in this connection has, like, I'm talking about the external masculine in this connection, has like a lot of feelings for you, and they they just didn't want to listen, buddy. It just feels like, again, the heaviest, most forefront and present energy here is that they didn't want to be vulnerable, and you scared them. You still actively scared, because you see, like, I'm like, will you let me, like, I'm asking. I'm not a person that bogarts past people's like energetic rights. I don't do that. There's a lot of people who do, and y'all are paying them the big bucks to do so, and that's not right. It's not right. According to universal law, it's not right to meddle in people's energetic boundaries. It's just FYI. But I asked, and he did. He gave me a little bit of access, because it kind of feels like it feels like the feminine is having none of it. You know, yeah, it feels like the feminine is tired of getting burnt by him, um, which is so crazy, because it's like, what even am I in right now? This is like the craziest love story I've ever seen in my entire life. But this is like some, each of y'all had this. It's like the feminine started out trying to put herself out there and say like it's okay, because the feminine is incredibly intuitive, right? And she could immediately tell what kind of connection this was. And it feels like the masculine has these. He has some sort of gifts, spiritual gifts and abilities as well, but like he doesn't put it on the forefront, and nor does he actively accept it. It's like he uses it behind closed doors. Do you know what I mean? But like he a blind man saw that connection that y'all had. Everybody immediately, you guys were together for a short period of time, and everyone saw this saw this shit like pew, like out into the galaxies, into the ethers. Everyone could tell, saw it, and he felt it just as well, and saw the very glaring neon signs of what it was. But again, it's like you embraced it, and he like read what. And this is what happened. It just he upset, like that's not what happened. It is slightly, that's what happened. It's come on now, we gonna tell the truth here at this table. Like we're gonna talk about the things. It's now listen, I'm trying to sort this out for everyone here, for y'all. The feminine put herself out here, and put the emotions out there in order to like try to give a little comfort and cushion to the